Hey guys, it's me, Jade Sims. Welcome back to my channel if you're new, and hello again to my returning viewers. This is my last spooky kind of video of the season, so thank you all for watching the previous videos of the season and just supporting me all around. It means the most to me. The last video was my orc family criticism, so if you haven't watched that yet, go check it out. It was probably my second favorite spooky video, although I'll get into my reflection of the spooky season later on in the video. Also, if I sound a bit weird, I'm sick. It's a normal routine thing for me, but for you guys, I just need to explain, just in case I sound a little off, that's why. My immune system is terrible. To new viewers, welcome to my Sims channel. I primarily focus on cast content or create a sim content, and you'll get to hear me and my thoughts in the background of a cast video. In the future, let's plays and builds are imminent though, so stay tuned. This video is a two-parter, and in this video I'll be showing you my entire CC collection. We're first beginning with base stuff though, so the essentials I would say you need to create occult sims beyond the, how many occult sims we have? Let me see, we have werewolves most recently, vampires, spellcasters, aliens, mermaids. Is that it? Oh, and I guess plant sims and ghosts some account, although plant sims are not very fleshed out, and I have no true interest in playing plant sims, so yeah. I also have yet to watch an LP on them. I kind of feel the same way about werewolves, but I have watched a bit of James Turner's and Claire Siobhan's LP, but besides that, I don't really care for them. To be honest, I've always wanted to be a mermaid or an elf fairy princess since I was a child, so those, along with vampires and witches, they're the ones that intrigue me. Throughout this video and the next video, we'll be seeing 4 cults, and I say this with quotation marks right now because not all of them are official cults per se, but I'll be showcasing my skin tones, skin details, tattoos, ears, teeth, some presets, eyes, makeup, alien antennas and extra alien stuff, hairs, horns, facial hair, and tails. Yes, tails, in that order. The second part, which will contain clothes and extra accessories, will be released next week. And it depends on my schedule when I'll release it, I'll see. The reason I had to split it up was because this original recording was 40 gigabytes and 4 hours long. Why? I don't know. Okay, I'm being a little untruthful. I can't lie to you guys. So this was my first CC haul-like video ever, so I went a little overboard. I recorded around 30 seconds to a minute for each piece of CC to properly show it off, and you'll realize I was completely unnecessary for a clip that was max 8 seconds in the edited video. The second reason being I have around 4 gigabytes worth of occult CC alone, so going through each one in a semi-methodical way was time consuming to say the least. So I hope you all appreciate the effort I went into making these videos, because finding time to record this much footage, edit all of that down, putting in captions, finding CC links, that took around more than a week, coupled with the fact that I am inept at video editing and I have school and a job, meant I had to plan my time efficiently and do everything little by little. While watching this video, you may be a little confused by me jumping around to different sims, but the purpose was to show the CC on a variety of different sims and depict how you can uniquely use and repurpose the CC. But that's not the only reason though. If you do not follow me on TikTok or Twitter, or if you don't watch my shorts, you likely did not see I posted I was doing an unofficial simdom for these sims. To decode that, I will be uploading these sims on my gallery, which is currently uncharacteristic of me, and releasing their CC either on Patreon or TikTok. I've been getting requests to release my other sims, but I kind of want to gatekeep them for now, only because I have plans for them in the future. Like I said, they will inevitably be released, so if you truly want them, I'm so sorry, but you're gonna have to wait a little longer. To move on to a completely new topic, characteristic for this video actually, are you guys proud of me for releasing a video under 15 minutes? I feel like my videos progressively get longer, and being in the future means I have to suit the attention spans of goldfish, which by the way, goldfish get a terrible rep for being stupid, having poor memory and low attention spans, but I think that's a myth. And I think now actually humans have shorter attention spans on average than goldfish, so the common phrase is now ironic. While we're on a similar subject, how did y'all appreciate the format of the last video? If you couldn't tell, my voiceover was more rehearsed and crafted than the usual video. I enjoy planning my voiceover, whether that entails writing a speech or listing subjects to talk about in bullet points. This is done to account for my poor memory, which is likely worse than a goldfish by the way, and also to simply make a better, entertaining video. But I fully concede that I am no better than a zoomer, and I find myself clicking out of videos that are slower and anticlimactic videos, so I hope to introduce thought-provoking topics and pose questions in an interesting way to hopefully capture your attention. Since I am a college student too, I would like to talk about what I've learned learned and just see your opinions in an inclusive manner. Anyway, that's boring. Let's move on. I've been trying to introduce more inclusive language into my vernacular. My current mission is to change the usage you guys and instead opt for y'all. But it's somewhat unnatural for me to say this because I'm from the Northeast, and while I hear people saying y'all, I hear you guys more frequently, so I apologize if it sounds weird on my tongue. Since this video is releasing around the time the new EP was announced, The Sims 4 for Rent, I kind of want to chat a little bit about it. I've seen a couple of Simmers complain about the name being a tongue twister in a way, and I don't really get that aspect of the critique. However, I will say the names for these packs are a tiny bit unimaginative. Sims team, I know you have more priorities than producing an attention-grabbing pack name, but was love to rent not an option? I always felt this way about the pack names. To name a few, get together, get to work. I do understand they need to be concise, but perhaps we need someone new in charge for the names. And by the way, before anyone misconstrues my message, I am saying this all in jest. Not me speaking like someone from the Middle Ages. I need to issue a formal apology for that. There is a lot of controversy surrounding the pack, as tends to happen every time a new pack is announced in The Sims 4. While I love the Sims community, we have got to have the most creative fanbase, aside from Minecrafters. I gotta say, we are quite polarized. Pack announcements, CC styles, and gameplay choices so easily divide the community, and while I recognize people love this game with the entirety of their heart, and The Sims 4 probably served as a positive and comforting outlet for many, me included, I think we need to put our weapons down and not be so fickle, for lack of better words. A little recap for those unacquainted with the drama. There were numerous tweets, and I do not intend to single anyone out, about the new eviction feature coming with For Rent. I condensed my thoughts in a word count bound post on Twitter. I will never pay for Twitter Plus. Elon Musk will not get the best of me. But to further discuss it, people thought the eviction feature was insensitive given the current housing crisis within the United States and so many other nations. Their claim is The Sims 4 acts as an escape from real-world issues, so many take issue to it. Another issue was the landlord feature of the pack. But this part confuses me a little. People have been screaming and crying, just begging on their knees to build apartments, but would that not inherently require a landlord feature? The Sims 4 being a capitalist simulator is not novel to any of the games. It is also not a bad thing in and of itself. Additionally, a lot of players are not the wealthiest, to say the least. And some of us use The Sims to show stories that are impossible and unachievable for the masses. If that includes building an empire for a business or running a 5-star hotel or even becoming a housing development agency, why not have that feature? This idea is also trite by now, but The Sims 4 is a life simulator at the end of the day, so some stories will not always be pleasant. I found that to be an issue of The Sims 4, which was the complete lack of consequences and troubles, but it all comes down to playstyle. Some choose to avoid realism like the feature in For Rent, and others prefer it. Personally, I align with the latter, though this does not mean I should discount the trauma and the real underlying issues in the world outside of The Sims. Landlords all over the world tend to be greedy and exploit the proletariat, so Simmers should not pretend the trouble around this pack is absurd. The issue is delicate, but in my opinion, if we complain about the additions of this feature, we miss out on unnecessary gameplay in The Sims 4. And although I think arguments against the eviction feature are weaker and conflicts with the current mechanics of the game, that does not mean I should be dismissive about other people's perspectives. In my opinion though, this may be an example, and I hate when people say this, but people being a little nitpicky and perhaps a little oversensitive. I'm sure you can view the community's opinion on Twitter, so if you want the full picture, you can look there, but I tried to deliver the discourse as accurately as possible despite my own opinions. Returning our focus back to the original point of the video, I would like to stress that this CC haul features custom content I would not ordinarily have in my game all of the time. If I wanted to play with occults, I would put this back in my game. I am running out of storage, so I will eventually have to delete all of the CC, but hopefully these pieces will be a permanent fixture in my CC folder after upgrading my PC. If you see custom content that's not overtly occulty, that's why. This isn't a CC find video necessarily, just a video to showcase the CC within my occult CC folder. Oh my god, take a shot every time I say CC. Finally, time for my reflection of the month-long spooky season on my channel, my first ever completed series or season of content. I loved creating spooky videos and staying on theme. I hope to produce videos bigger and better than the ones of this year. Next time though, I think I'll create whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I've been doing that more recently and I find myself enjoying the game a lot more. In fact, I've been creating some short form content and and backlogging it, so you will see it and you might have seen it already. I've just been going with the flow, following wherever my creativity leads me, and it's been so much fun. So to all the creators out there, don't force yourself to produce content you don't enjoy, because people, or for at least me, I enjoy watching people who seem to like what they're doing. So just have fun. Now I would like to take some time to allow all of my US viewers to reflect on the past general election. I know you guys use The Sims 4 as an escape, and perhaps my videos as well, but it is important that we keep ourselves in check, so I'm here to do that for you. To many, this past election could have seemed minute in comparison to the larger, much more substantial presidential election next year, but it is paramount to voice your opinion, especially in a country where it is so celebrated. As a political science major, trust me, the smaller elections have such a great impact on citizens that goes under the radar so often, and we need to take accountability as citizens. Adjacently, I feel it is especially important to encourage you all to voice your opinions on current events, even in ones across the pond. I am aware I am a Sims channel after all, and this is not an educational or history channel. However, this is my only chance to somewhat address the events that are transpiring in various parts of the world. Discussion is essential in advancing change and making a difference. The world is in the midst of catastrophe in different nations of the world, all across the globe. It is a privilege to simply learn or just talk about the issues, and not to be the victims of the horrors we witness. The least we can do is not forget. It is certainly and undoubtedly a burden to be a human in the world right now, to gain access to global tragedy. But to end it, we need to know about it first. I hope that made sense, but please don't forget about the victims and highlight their stories. I don't want to end on a somber note, so I will say calling your representatives and maintaining your position is a great way to minutely influence politics. But to liven your mood, this channel has finally reached 1,000 subscribers. So that means I reached my yearly goal for YouTube, and we're halfway completed to meeting the giveaway requirements. All we have to do next is reach 1,000 followers on TikTok. By the way, this isn't a trivial goal. The reason I want to reach 1,000 followers is because I want to live stream on TikTok. TikTok has this rule that you have to have 1,000 followers before live streaming, so that's why. I've been dying to make my save file with you guys, creating Sims and building. I have too many ideas, so please check out my TikTok if you haven't had the chance. Enough is enough though. I am done with this voiceover. All I want to say is I appreciate your endless love, even if you're not a subscriber, and thank you guys so much for watching all my previous videos, watching this video, liking, subscribing, and be sure to look out for part 2 of this series. Not really, but I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!